We're here with head coach Dom Scala, defending NE10 Coach of the Year of the defending NE10 tournament champions. Coach, you've got a handful of home games before you head to Florida, non-conference games. Can you talk a little bit about your non-conference schedule, and then after, tell us a little bit about what your NE10 schedule looks like this year?
Sure, Tony. I try to play some games before we go down to Florida. We have a big advantage here with the turf field. The last, I'd say, 3 or 4 years, history has told me that we can play some games before we go to Florida. So we schedule them. So this way we can get our innings up for our pitching, and then once we get down to Florida, we're in pretty good shape. Our guys, they've already played some games. They've already thrown in some situational games, and I think that's really helped us the past several years, going into Florida.
Now you've got a couple tough opponents in Florida, playing Barry and Lynn in non-conference schedules. What is it that your players are going to get out of it to play against teams, good D2 teams from down south who get to play almost year-round?
Good question. I try only to play 1 or 2 teams in Florida. When I first started here, I was a little naive. I thought that maybe if you play your Florida teams, and you do well, it's going to help you. But because of the regionalization now of the scheduling, you have to play more regional teams. So when we go down to Florida, we play only 1 or 2 Florida teams, and I do like to match up against them every once in a while, just to push the team to a different level. When we go down there, they have 50 at-bats under their belt. Some of the pitchers have 40 innings, they're starters. So they are ahead of us, but we've played them well. We've won some games. We've lost a lot of games, but we've been in a lot of games. So I think it helps us to play these really good teams and also get a sense of how they play the game.
And once you head up north, obviously heading right into NE10 competition, you've got a couple tough series. You've got a home-away series with Southern Connecticut. You go to Franklin Pierce for 2. Talk a little bit about your NE10 schedule.
Well, I'll tell you what, all I can tell you is that this is one of the toughest conferences in the country. I always tell people that, and it's evident. We always have, 2, 3, or 4 teams in the top 25 every year in the country. And, this league is just a league that you have to grind every game. It doesn't matter if you're in first place, second place, 13th place, or 14th place. You have to play hard all the time, and it was evident last year. We lost a doubleheader to St. Rose, who was down at the bottom of the pack last year, even though they're a very good team. And again, you can't let down in any way, shape, or form. You have to play hard every weekend or every day.
All right, Coach. Well, thank you very much, and good luck this season.
Thanks, Tony.